Dear children, this is the second module of the same unit for today's session. It allows us to store. What allows us to store? Floating point numbers. Floating point numbers allows us to store with decimal points. Why we need a decimal point? Normally, every programming and every scientific calculation needs accuracy, isn't it? So, for more accuracy, we need more decimal points. So, my dear children, here I had given one example, 2.14. The decimal point indicates that it is not an integer but a float value. If you are giving any number with a dot, then the interpreter take it as a floating point value. 100 is an integer, but 100.0 or 100.5 is a float value. In the previous chapter, we had already discussed float values can be of two types. What are they? Yes, it is fractional form and in exponent form. What do you mean by fractional form? That is nothing but 200.50. Any number with a decimal point is termed to be fractional form. But the exponent form is nothing but if you want to represent 10.5. So how will you represent 10.5? That is 0.15 into 10 raised to 1 or 10 raised into 10 raised to 1, which is very equivalent to 1.5. So if you want to give a value like 150, how to give that in a exponent form? 1.5 E02. Here E represents what? An exponent form of floating point numbers. So my dear children, what is the second category of numbers data type? It is float. Actually we had studied about integer type. Here we are discussed about floating point numbers. Once again I am reminding, floating point numbers can be either in positive or in negative. Look at the next one. What will be the value of y? 12.78654 E04. That means what? Here we are trying to print E value, that is exponent form value. We will get 1,27,865.4. Like that only we are getting the value, my dear children. So once again I am reminding, for numbers we are having integer and floating point numbers in the Python. The next one, floating point numbers are mainly used for storing values like distance, area, temperature, etc. Sometimes we need to give the amount of money in the floating point values. Floating point numbers have two advantages over integers. They can represent values between integers, that is 1 and 2. Consider two integers 1 and 2. How to represent in intermediate value between 1 and 2? We have to use fractional number like 1.3, 1.5, 1.7, etc. So they can represent values between the integers. The next one, they can represent a much greater range of values. My dear children, if we want to give a range between 1 and 3, if we are taking the integer part, what will be the values in that particular range? 1, 2 and 3. If you want to extend the range, what happened? Or if you want to include more values in the range, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 till 2.9 we can give. But floating point number suffers from one disadvantage also. Floating point operations are usually slower than integer operations. Why? Because it is having a fractional part. In Python, floating point numbers represent machine level double precision floating point numbers, that is 15 digit precision. We can have 15 digit after decimal point. That means that much accuracy we can give for a particular value, whether it is a distance, area or temperature. We can also use any scientific calculation with the floating point numbers. Dear children, I think you are all clear about what is integer type numbers and what is floating point numbers. The next one is complex numbers. That also we had studied earlier, but in the literal form. So here the Python represents complex numbers in the form of a plus bj or a plus bi. That is, bi is the imaginary part, a is the real part. Python uses j, capital J or small letter j in the place of I. So we have to display 10 plus 6j. So what is the imaginary part there? 6j. Both real and imaginary parts are of float type. The complex numbers are of type float only. I think you are all clear about complex numbers. In the upcoming module, we will discuss more about data types. Thank you.